Hey guys, in this video we are going to look at the problem of printing the permutation of elements of an array when the elements may be repeating. I have already posted a video for printing the permutations when all the elements in the array are unique. The link to this video will be available in the description if you want to have more detail. But let's have a recap of how to print the elements when the elements of array are unique. So if all the elements of the array are unique and we want to print all the permutations, so let's say we have three elements in the array, their permutations will be 1 2 3, 1 3 2, 2 1 3, 2 3 1, 3 1 2 and 3 2 1. So these are the 6 possible permutations of these three elements. If there are n elements, then there will be n factorial permutations, provided all the elements are unique. Here we are assuming that all the elements are unique. So how we print the permutation is that we use the recursive logic and we consider the current element. When the current element is the first element, let's say this is the current element, so what we do is that at this position we fix each and every element one at a time. So first we fix 1 at this position, then we fix 2 at this position, then we fix 3 at this position. When we fix 1 at this position, then we print the permutation of rest of the elements in the array, which means that if 1 is fixed, then we want to print the permutations of 2 and 3. There are two permutations of 2 and 3, which are 2 3 and 3 2 respectively. These two permutations will be printed using the recursion logic, so we don't need to bother about it. So basically this will print 1 2 3, this will print 1 3 2, which means we got our first two permutations correct. In the second case, what we do is that we swap 2 and 1. So swapping 2 and 1 means that we have 2 here, then 1 here and 3 here. So keeping this 2 fixed, we print the permutations of 1 and 3. There are two possible permutations of 1 and 3, which is 1 3 and 3 1. So this should print 2 1 3 and this should print 2 3 1. Similarly, we fix the third element at the first position, which means that we will swap the first and the third element, and then we print the permutations of rest of them. So when we print the permutations of 2 1, the permutations will be 2 1 and 1 2. So the first path will print permutations 3 2 1 and second path will print permutation 3 1 2. Let's have a quick look at the code. I'm just running through it because I have already discussed this in one of the previous videos, and the link to that video is given in the description. If you are not clear about this logic, maybe you can revisit that particular video. This is the print permutation function. This function accepts an array and this function accepts the current index on which we are working. The initial value of this index when we call the function for the first time will be 0. So this index is actually basically representing the position. So let's call it position. Initially this position will be 0. So starting from position and going all the way up to the last element, what we will do is first we will swap the element at position with the next element. So first we will swap 1 with 1. So if we have an array 1 2 3, then first we will swap 1 with 1, then we'll swap 1 with 2, then we'll swap 1 with 3. So after swapping, we assume this element at position to be fixed, and we want to print permutations of rest of the element. So permutation of rest of the elements can be printed using the same function if our recursion is correct. So print the permutation of elements of array A starting from position this, and once we are done printing it, then we swap them again so that the original array is restored. So this is the recursion. In this recursion, what happens is that if we call this recursion for array 1 2 3, then inside this we will be calling this recursion 3 times. First with the array 1 2 3 and position as position of 2, then with the array 2 1 3 and position as position of this 1, and third with the array 3 2 1 with position at this position of 2. So in all the three cases we will be calling the array with position is equal to position plus 1, which is 1, but the array will be different in all the three cases. In the first case 1 is fixed at the first position, in the second case 2 is fixed at the first position, and in third case 3 is fixed at the first position. this function is responsible for printing the permutations of 2, 3. This function is responsible for printing the permutations of 1, 3. And this function is responsible for printing the permutations of 2, 1. If we get the recursion correct, then these functions will be performing their duty respectively. In recursion, there are two things. One is that to get the recursion logic correct, and second is to get the terminating conditions correct. Terminating conditions or the base conditions. So where is it that we terminate? If array has only one element, then there is only one possible permutation of the array. So single element has only one permutation. So we can say that if a dot length is equal to 1, then just print the array. So print array a. I beg my pardon. So if current position is equal to, so the condition is that if we are at the last element of the array. So if position is equal to array dot length minus 1, then just print the content of the array and return. Don't do anything else. How this work is that initially we have, let's say we have an array of only 2 elements, 1 and 2. So in this case, first we fix 1 at the first position and then we call the function for 2. So when position is equal to, when position is at the last element of the array, then we don't do anything and we just print this array. So 1 and 2 will get printed. 1, 2 will get printed. Then the control will come back to the previous function where we will swap this 1 and 2. So 2 comes here, 1 comes here, and then we will call the function again for position is equal to 1. Because this time also position is at the last element of the array, so it will just print the array. So it means that this function will print 2, 1. So we have 3 instances of the function. In the first instance, position is here at 0. In the second instance and third instance, which are called by the first instance of the function, the position is at 1. Remember, whenever we are calling the function recursively, we are calling it with position is equal to position plus 1. So this second instance and third instance are actually the tail of the recursion, and they will actually print the content of the array. So first one will print the content of the array, which is 1, 2, and second one will print the content of the array, which is 2, 1. I hope this is clear. If this is not clear, please watch the video which is given in the description. Now let's come to the main problem that we are trying to solve in this video. The main problem is if we have duplicate elements in the array. Let's say my array is 1, 2, and 2. Then this logic is not going to work, because first I will be fixing 1 and then I will be printing the permutations of 2 and 2. Now permutations of 2 and for 2 and 2, it will print 2 permutations, which is 2, 2 and 2, 2. In the first case, it is having the first 2 here and the second 2 here. In the second case, it is having the first 2 at the end and second 2 in the beginning. So basically, from logical point of view, it is correct because it is printing the elements at different positions. But from the result point of view, this is incorrect because 2, 2 and 2, 2 are not 2 different permutations. They are just the same permutation. Even for these 3 elements where 2 elements are unique, where 2 elements are same, our function will end up printing the permutations as if these 2 elements are different. So our function will end up printing 6 permutations, even though the total number of permutations is just 3. So the result for this should be 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 2, 2, 1. But instead of this, we will get 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, and 2, 2, 1. Which means that each permutation will get printed twice. Why is it getting printed twice? Is because we are not considering the value of elements, we are just considering the position. So in this case, we have to consider the value of element also. So basically, what is happening here is that first we fix 1 at the first position, and then we print the permutations of 2, 2. Then we fix 2 at the first position, and then we print the permutations of 1, 2. And then we fix 2 again at the first position, and then we print the permutations of 2, 1. Now the permutations of 1, 2 and permutations of 2, 1 are same. So we should not be fixing the same element at this position twice, which means that we should keep a check of what all elements have been fixed at this particular position. And if an element has already been fixed at this position, then we should not be fixing that element again. For this, we can use a hash map. So what we will do is that we will use a hash map, and whenever we fix ai at the ith index, so whenever we fix an element at the first position, at this position, we will put that in a hash map, and we will call for the print permutation function again only if that particular element has never been fixed. So let us see it with an example of just two elements. Let's say we have two elements and the two elements are same, 2 and 2. According to the previous logic, what will happen is that first we will fix this 2 at the first position, and then we call the function for 2 2 with position being at this element. Then we will swap these two, so swapping will not change anything, and then we will again call the function for with the same element, and then we again call the function with the same array with position at 1. So this will print 2 2, and this will also print 2 2, and the problem is that we are getting the same permutation twice. Instead of doing this, what we do is that we have this 2 2, and here the position is 0. Position is 0. So at every function, at every instance of the function, we will maintain a hash map. So here we will maintain a hash map. This is more of a hash set than a map, because we just want whether a particular element is already taken or not. So we fix 2 at the first position, and we put this in a hash set, and then we call the function for 2 2 where position is at this point. Because position is at the last element, so we will end up printing this. So one permutation which get printed is 2 2. Then the control will come back to the main function, will come back to the previous function, and we will try to swap these two. But before swapping these two, we will see whether this particular element is already present in the hash set or not. Because this 2 is already present in the hash set, so we will not swap it again, which means that we will never call the second instance of the function or the third instance of the function, and we will print only this permutation, which is 1 2. Now let's have a look at it with 3 variables, and the 3 variables are 1 2 and 2. So if we have these 3 variables, then inside this function the position is at 0. So what we will do is that this function will have a hash set, and first we will fix 1 at this position, at position 0. We will put 1 in the hash set, so that if we encounter 1 again in the array, then don't perform this operation for the 1. So we will fix 1 at the first position, and we will call for permutations of 2 and 2. In this case, the position is at the second element. In this case, we will just be printing 2 2 as we have seen earlier. So this will print 1 2 2, and this will just return back to the first function, which is this function. Let's call it function number 1. In case of function number 1, we will follow the same logic. So we will swap 1 with 2, but before swapping 1 with 2, we will check whether this 2 is present in the hash set or not. Because 2 is not present in the hash set, so first we will put 2 in the hash set, we will swap the 2, so 2 and 1 will be swapped, and then we will call the permutations of 1 2 with position being at 1. Now this will print 1 2 and 2 1, because 1 and 2 are 2 different elements. So keeping 2 at the first position fixed, so the 2 permutations which get printed are 2 1 2 and 2 2 1. This permutation will get printed and this permutation will get printed. Then the control will come back to the to function number 1, which is our initial function. Again we will try to swap this 1 with 2, but now because this 2 is already present in the hash set, so we will not swap 1 with 2, and we will leave it as it is. So this way only 3 permutations will get printed, which are 1 2 2, 2 1 2 and 2 2 1. Let's have a look at the code. We will keep the function as it is. The only difference is that before performing this swapping, we will maintain a hash map. So ideally we should be maintaining a dictionary or a hash set. So I am using a hash set here. In this hash set, we will be putting the values whichever we are fixing at the first position. If hash set dot contains ai, then don't do anything and just skip this element. So we will not do anything and we'll just skip this element. So we'll say continue, don't do anything. Otherwise, if this particular element is not present in the hash set, then what we do is that first we insert this element in the hash set. So we will say hash dot add AI, and then continue with the same logic. So we are making sure that at one position, whenever we are fixing an element, that element is unique. So this way we can print the permutation of duplicate elements in the array. I hope you like the video. If you have any feedback, please provide your feedback in the comment section and hit the subscribe button. Thank you.